Welcome back to another Backpage gaming video. Today we've got another player review for you. We are joined today by Robbie.
Hello.
And also Sam.
Hello.
So, just a quick one as well. Thanks for all the insane support we've got in the last few days. We've got over 1,000 views in the last 2 days, so I just want to say thank you for that. Make sure you sub, make sure you like, and share it with your friends, and let's get into the review.
So yeah, today we're looking at the Road to the Final Promes card. Just at the start of the game, the normal Promes looked like an absolute cheap beast. I bought him for 10k. 2 days later, it was down to 800 coins, so that was great. So both Sam and I have bought and owned the Road to the Final one. I've still got him in my team, actually. And Jack's played a little bit of, I think he played like 5 games of co-op with me, something like that, Jack?
Yeah.
So obviously we've all got a pretty good idea. I used him for a whole weekend league. I don't know about Sam. Did you use him for a weekend league?
I've used him for about a weekend league and a half.
Oh.
Very nice.
That's a long time ago for Sam to use a player.
Spoilers of whether I'm going to like him or not. I do think he saved one of my weekend leagues. So.
There you go.
But I think it's an interesting time in terms of this card. Like with the Champions League coming towards an end, like his team need to beat Atalanta in order for him to get an upgrade. So
yeah,
I think people need to be keeping an eye on that and maybe buying if you're a bit of a gambler with your FIFA coins.
I found myself turning into an Ajax fan the other day. I was just keeping an eye on the score the whole night because I've owned him and don't want him to drop loads.
It is a great looking card. So, like Robbie said, I only used him for 5 games, so I've only got a brief idea on kind of like the main things that make him as a good player. You guys have used the most. What did you think to him? Like you say, Sam, he saved your weekend league. What do you think it was that saved your weekend league?
Goals, bro. Like,
fair enough. I mean,
they
do usually win games.
Yeah, exactly. Like, don't ask me why. I can't remember who I had it. It was somebody that should have been good as well.
Yeah.
I think it was Mane. And Mane just stopped scoring for me.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what is happening? And I bought normal Promes off the bench. And was just tearing the guy apart. And I was like, do you know what? That's it. I'm going to buy that posh one. Got that in.
Treating himself to a poshie.
And then, oh no. I said yeah as well because I was excited.
Yeah.
Self-burn.
Nothing wrong with that.
I bought that one and I just thought, instantly, I've made the right move. He was scoring on either foot. I just seemed to be getting more chances. I'm getting better movement from him. I think sometimes, like you said before, when you use the same player over and over again, sometimes you become a bit stagnant and you run out of ideas.
Definitely
and I think that happened with Mane for me. And the change to a really usable player, helped me a lot in that situation. And I think his goal to game ratio, both times I've used him because I sold him and bought him back in.
Says. I think that always says a lot. You know, when you bring a player back in,
you get someone back. Yeah,
when you go like, I'm in trouble, I need him.
The grass isn't always greener, boys.
What have I done?
And where did that bring you?
So what was your favourite thing about him, Rob?
I also use him in Mane. Use him in a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. Both of them at striker. And I think in some aspects he did outshine him in a lot of games.
He did. Don't say in some aspects. So in the 5 games that I played with Robbie, Promes was the absolute god.
Promes was the man.
Yeah, he went sicko mode.
He's great. One thing that surprised me, I've just looked at his in-game stats, didn't actually know, he's only got 67 strength. He felt very chunky.
Really?
He felt very strong when I used him.
I think it...
Do you know, that says everything, that both me and Jack went really, like...
Yeah. He feels like a little chunk, doesn't he?
It feels a lot stronger than that. I'd say like low 80s.
Yeah, I'd say if I could compare him to a player that I've used a lot, it's actually Mbappe.
Yeah,
so
it just bounces off people. He's
got that type of weird strength, and especially when he comes out of a step over or something, literally the sticky. Whenever he comes out of step overs or a scoop turn or something, he has that little bit of elbows Joe Gomez in face or whatever. He's got that little bit of bullshit about him.
Definitely,
body type.
He's got average body type.
Average body, which is a chunk.
Something to do with it.
Yeah, he's not like lean like the other boys. He's not on the lean.
You can tell he's got a bit about him. He's not going to get bullied.
So, one of the things another thing that surprised me, and the fact that it's also not good, is his dribbling. His dribbling stats are good, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But 80 balance, a bit me. Like, ball control 83, dribbling 85. They're not top, they're not god tier stats.
No, yeah.
He's only got
like
84 dribbling. for me, this is just wrong. It's just wrong.
Yeah.
What do
I
you think of
agree.
his dribbling? What was your opinion of him?
He felt a lot slicker on the ball than that to me. I think maybe negated somewhat by his 5-star skills. Obviously, he can do
100%.
scoop turns, like McGeady spins and whatnot.
Yeah.
I think that helps a lot. I think a player with 5-star skills,
They feel nicer.
that gives their dribbling at least a +5 without
Yeah.
showing it, I think.
Yes, yeah, 100% agree with that.
I don't know why that is, but that's just the way it is, I think, really. Even when you don't do skill, even when you're just winkling with him, I think he's still got techers.
So that's one thing, is that I'm definitely a player that uses skills a lot more than you two. Like, I think you two are more passive move. Would you say that you
Yeah.
found his skills to be really helpful compared to... So, Sam, you went from Mane, who's got 4-star, up to Promes, who's got 5. Did you find yourself scoring more opportunities because of that 5-star, do you think?
Yeah, because, like you said, in previous FIFAs, I have been a very passive move player.
Yeah.
This year, I am starting to be more... Once I get around the 18-yard box, I am using skills.
I
To
saw
just
someone do a
create
ball roll the other day.
space and shoot.
You know, to my surprise.
Yeah.
Do you know what? And I've learned that skill.
Keep rolling.
Just keep flicking it left and right. But,
You're still on about the ball, right?
yeah.
Okay.
One thing that I found very well of him, this, in my opinion, should be a thing that you can select in your custom tactics. Who you can call short to your corner.
Yeah.
I was lucky enough that it was
yeah.
him every time. Obviously with that 5-star skills, as soon as I just take it short every time. Scoop turn to the byline, run in, do either a roulette or a elastico or something like that, and it just creates a chance. And I scored quite a few goals with him from just doing that. People just don't know how to defend it.
So,
I
go on,
actually
Sam.
have him on the edge of the box just by chance.
Yeah.
And I was always just taking the cross instantly to him at the edge of the box and then using that cheat mode keepy up thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
People can't tackle.
scumbag.
Mate, if it's in the game, use it, alright?
Yeah.
So, having looked at all of his in-game stats and, you know, what he's good at, what he's bad at, what would you say he is bad at? Do you think there's anything, do you think he has a particular weakness?
I wouldn't play him centre back, that's it.
Wow, Sam, that's a controversial take. Very
I
impressed.
know.
What about you, Rob?
I wouldn't really say he does. Maybe you could argue his finesse shots aren't the best. If you're going to shoot with him, go for a power shot.
Yeah.
You know, he's not got the finesse shot trait. He's got 78 curve. It's not the best on the finesse. So you can just fucking spank it. He's got outside foot shot.
That's
He's got
all
the
you need,
decent
isn't
shot
it?
power. Yeah. I think his finishing felt better than it says it is. It says 84, but I think it felt better than that personally.
Ooh, interesting.
Go on.
Did you use him in a single striker formation at all?
No.
Neither did I. I used him in a 4-4-2, so
Yeah.
as a 2 up front. So I don't know whether he'd be.
I think, having
Bossman
used
up
him
on his own?
only a bit briefly,
he'd be good
I think he'd be alright, but I think he might struggle
Yeah.
sometimes, because my only small criticism of him, I don't think he felt like 91 pace.
You're not.
No, I think he felt a bit
I thought he was
slower.
quick.
I thought he felt fast. Yeah.
Really? Although then again, this is from me. I've been using Mbappe for a long time now.
He did score a lot of goals, Jack, in those 5 games we played.
He did. Oh, I'm not saying he was bad. I'm just saying. Okay, maybe I'm just saying. Maybe I'm just saying he's not as fast as Mbappe. Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna be quiet.
Jack sits at home and strokes a photo of Mbappe.
I'm just looking at him on my desk. Yeah.
No
So
one's as good as you. No one, Killian. No one.
moving on to
Jack
his
gets
price.
home from work. Killian's laying there like, who have you been talking to today?
Talking to a
You
buckle
slut.
Quincy.
I promise I wasn't looking at R9.
So, moving swiftly on. Would you say he's worth his price? So he's about 240 on PlayStation, about 270 on Xbox at the minute. He's probably going to go up if he wins. If he
Yeah.
goes down, it's probably because he's lost. Crazy take, hot take. I know.
Cheers, my clone.
It's
But would you say he's worth the price? I know
They
that kind of
are.
leads us into the end card slightly,
it's
but
tough, because I think the Road to Final cards are inflated somewhat just because of the hype.
not many were packed as well.
No, yeah, I don't. It's a hard one to say because like say when you snipe someone,
Yeah.
but then their price range gets upped and you think they're going to go up, but they don't. They go down. I
Yeah.
think it could be a situation like that.
Where a lot of people are buying into the hype.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe if they go through and he doesn't get upgraded that much, he might go down. But if he gets a big fuck off boost, then maybe he'll go up. It's very hard to
It
predict.
just depends on the boost,
Really?
doesn't it, I suppose.
Yeah. I'd say he is worth it at the minute, but he's not. He is quite expensive for a hard card to link, I'd say. But you know, if you want your boy up front, then go for it.
If we're talking in terms of his price at the minute,
Yeah.
and you gave me the card to play with, like, so I just played the game, and you didn't tell me the face stats.
Yeah.
And thinking about other players I've used for similar amounts, I would say yes, he's worth the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would be hesitant at the minute, obviously, because of the risk of when teams might make it through, might not make it through, all those things.
Yeah.
When you take that into consider, my advice would be probably to avoid the guy at the minute.
I'd wait till after the
things have
Atalanta game.
happened,
Wait till they settle a bit.
Because you might end up picking him up for like 50k cheaper in a week, and that's a steal of a card.
Yeah.
Then.
And his card's still good enough now. Like, he doesn't need a boost at the minute.
And he's had a big price hike as well today because of that Gravenberch
Yeah.
that's come out. That does look like a fantastic card, to be fair, to link to him.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, talk about links. I would say that's, for me, that's probably his only sort of downside in a little way.
Yeah.
That he's not.
He is hard to get in, yeah.
Because that league's a bit dead on FIFA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of links, why didn't you take us into the end card, Rob?
So yeah, we've gone for, you know, I've wrote down 8 out of 10, but I'm thinking back to all the good times we shared in the
feel
weekend
like that's
league.
hard.
I'm going to go for 8.5.
I'll back that.
Okay.
Just
give me some more work to do while doing it, that's fine.
So many times I've just scored with him and be like, I love this man.
Proud of you.
You know, I suppose it's one where
I can just imagine Katie looking over you right now and thinking...
I'll look back on it with fond memories, I'd say.
I've enjoyed that card as well. It's one of my favourite cards I've used.
Yeah, definitely. If he gets like a big boost or a bloody Randy special card out of nowhere, then I'll love it. Value for coins has gone to 7.5. Obviously, it is a risk at the minute, and he is about 250k. So, you know, if you've got a Dutch sort of team, maybe you pack Hullet from the base icon, then fuck it, just get him in, why not? But other than that, he's quite hard to link. For the links, we have gone for that Gravenberch that actually came out today, which is pretty handy.
It's nice, perfect link.
At the time of recording, anyway. So he does look quite good. You know, he's got almost Gullit Gang stats, other than his defending and physical. Be quite a good attacking centre mid.
So I don't know why it's made me laugh that you said Gullit Gang instead of
Hullet Gang. I just like the G's. I like the alliteration. The Hullet Hang. We've also gone for that. There's 2 Dumfries cards. There's a Rule Breaker and there's an Inform. So choose whichever one you want. They're pretty similar. And we've gone for De Jong as well, which, you know,
it's a good link. It's a good link to get you into the main leagues, isn't it? I think.
Yeah. What I did was, you'll see at the start of the video. Promes up front and 4-5-1. De Jong and Wijnaldum as the 2 cams, and that just gets him on full cam straight away. And then for position, we've gone for striker. I did play him a bit on the wing when I bought subs on and whatnot. He did alright there. He's got the pace. And then chem style, I've gone for Hunter just because we are sweaty bastards.
It's
pace.
Yeah. What's that? Not less than 93 pace. Give him a Hunter.
Less than 96. Hunter it is. No, so that wraps up the review. Unless you two have got anything else you want to add quickly.
Nope.
Subscribe.
Yep, I think if you have made it this far, thank you for listening all this way. Subscribe, help us to keep bringing you more content. Thanks for listening. See you later.
Bye.
See you later.